We back for another episode, man. We got another real good dude here, man. Like a lot of these people you come to find that like really my partners and people that I known for a long time. And that just says a lot about the people that you have around you. Keeping the right people around you keep you motivated at the same time. But I would get you to introduce yourself, but this man got so much AKAs, I don't even know what to call, bro. TY, TYB, Ty Tarantino, motherfucking. Some people might call him by a real name. I ain't gonna throw bro government out there, you know what I said. But we got you here, man, TY. That's why I call you, so I'm gonna call you TY today. What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
How you living?
Yo, what's up, man?
Bring the mic a little bit closer to you, man. Make sure you're getting into that thing. So
Yo.
You can get you. Yeah, we good. So, getting straight to it, man. You know how the episodes go. We go through a couple topics and then we get into, what you got going on. What you always got something going on out here. It's kind of hard to keep up with this dude, man.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? So, first thing we're going to get into, waking big. One of the things I've been seeing is it seemed to me like it's been an increase in violence between teachers and students, bro. Like, I can't count the amount of times, like, because I really follow a bunch of goofy shit on, like, Instagram. I won't laugh and shit all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do the same.
So, but, you always see some crazy shit in the mix, bro. Like, I didn't see videos of, like, students just in teachers' face, pushing them boy head, like, say something back. You know what I'm saying? Where, bro, like, that shit crazy. Like, what you think the reason for that shit is? Or just how you feel about that shit in general?
I mean, when I've been in school, I've been bad as hell. Like, I've been
right.
bad. Like, you can vouch for that. I was bad.
That's how I know this has been a good topic for you.
Yeah, but it comes to a certain point where you go from, like, bad to just fucking evil.
But even in a sense, like, okay, so we can go back to when we've been in school, right? I've been more on, like, the trying to make niggas laugh side of things. Yeah. Like, I ain't really been bad in that sense. Like, I just want trip. You know what I'm saying? But... right, like bruh had his own fucking rule, and it never got to the extent where bruh face to face with a teacher like, "What's up?"
Yeah, that wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I mean, that go to a lot of the parents and shit nowadays too. Now, like, I mean, the mentality of the parents lead over to the mentality of the kids. Like, if you don't set a line for the kids at home, ain't no line set.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? They're going to go to school. They're going to be in the streets. There's no line at all because they don't understand consequences. So
because most kids wouldn't try anything with an adult outside of the house that they wouldn't try with a parent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I wouldn't do that shit with my mama, I ain't even about to play with you like that.
Yeah, but see,
you know what I'm saying?
Grab us and choke us and slam us. Listen, you feel what I'm saying?
So, what that make you feel about, like, the tight rope that they got parents walking on nowadays, bro? Because, like, we both got kids, and right now, our kids on the younger side of things, but they going to get to a point where, every kid gets to that point where they start feeling themselves a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even shake the room like you used to without them looking like, oh, he just be beating on his kid or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like what do you feel about that line that them boy done draw in the sand now, where, like, it's a real tight rope you got to walk when it comes to that shit being a parent?
I mean, it's definitely an advantage for the kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's definitely an advantage for the kids.
Right.
But I mean, it's different methods, you know what I'm saying, to trying to pretty much bring these kids up. But I mean, you know how we've been brought up. So it's a little different. Like, I don't feel nothing wrong with a little whooping once in a while just to reiterate that line. You see what I'm saying?
Gotta get the boy right.
You gotta be able to always have that line in place. And sometimes you gotta, hey, this is the line again. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean... I know a lot of people who don't discipline their kids just because of that line.
Right.
Just because of that line. But you got to look at it. I'd rather straddle that line and make sure my kids understand as opposed to not doing nothing.
Just seeing the boy out how he is.
Seeing the boy out here now they 15, 16 and just don't understand anything. Like,
so the shit that really, like, piqued my concern about that shit, bruh, is in, like, in Virginia, it was like a 6-year-old student shoot the teacher. Bring a strap to school in class. Yeah, bitch. Well, that shit you been talking yesterday. Yeah. This is my revision of the story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, bitch, what that shit you been talking yesterday? Take one. Sky. Hit the bitch. You know what I'm saying? They in class, bro. 6 years old.
The little boys killed his old man. His old man took the phone from them or something like that. It was like 3 or 4 little boys. Right. State this was in. And he took the phone from him. And they pretty much, the old man locked it like he was in the room by himself.
Right.
And they pretty much threw stuff at the door to the point he came out and one of them shot him. And killed him and took the phones. And
in that same regard, with the increase in violence between teachers and students, it's the same thing with parents and their kids. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no line.
Motherfuckers wild. And then I seen like some of the craziest shit I be seeing about kids is motherfucking parent to take the iPad for a week. Yeah. And the kid will kill the parent.
Yeah, the kill the parent. That what happened? I think there was some shit like that just
Word.
Happened.
Like, don't take my iPad. What's wrong with you?
Asked the mama to buy a game or something like that.
Right.
And the mama was like, no, I'm not buying you no game. So he killed the mama, took the phone, and bought the game anyway.
Like, fuck this, I'm gonna get this shit. When this shit been coming?
He was like 10.
3 years? I bet. But he ain't gonna start thinking that's
yeah, I'm about to say, what you gonna do? Sit there with the body, just waiting on the package for the Amazon, man? Like,
I'm gonna be chilling. He ain't gonna realize, and that be the thing, bro. Like, this shit means so much to these kids that them boy don't realize until after the fact, and they want to ask their mama to make them something to eat. No, mama, you can't help me do this, and now you got to sit there and relive that shit. Like, damn, I killed my mama.
He
bro.
Probably still don't understand that until he probably about 20, 21.
Right.
That's like you a child, you feel what I'm saying? But I mean, that goes to the parenting again. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
You can't start raising them when they 9 and 10. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. That's their way of, that's a method of parenting now. Yeah. Like when my son in the grocery store with me, he don't got no tablet, no phone. No. You better know how to act when we in the store. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need no phone to distract you.
Pay attention to what they're grabbing, understand how to, like, that's the type of shit my
all this shit
do with me. Like, pay attention to what I'm doing. It's not necessarily about, like, where I'm taking you. It's a reason I'm taking you there. Like, even to the post office, I learned how to sign off mail and shit like that.
Right,
like,
right.
Nowadays, a lot of these parents, the kids come home from school, they in the house, and the iPad, and the phones, and everything else.
That's it.
Damn, they raising the kids.
Don't bother me till you time to eat.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much, if some of the fuckers eat. You feel me?
But we go on for days about that shit right there. But yeah, man, like I just find that shit crazy. And I don't know if it's social media that's bringing it to the light like that, but the violence between teachers and kids and parents and kids is just crazy, bro. Like,
no consequences, man.
A lot of shit changing real fast, and parents gotta allow the room for their kids to try all of this new shit that's happening in the world without fucking themselves up. And the kids got to allow their parents the room to understand, bro. Because, like, for a lot of us now, I know a lot of people our age with 14, 15-year-old children. You know what I'm saying? And, like, the gap, that 15-year gap was enough time for the whole world to change. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
a couple times,
completely different, bro. Like, we played outside. We got dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are not with that shit.
Nowadays, they don't even go outside.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all not with that shit.
They got the phone with them as they outside.
Right.
Don't care about nothing.
Because the neighborhood split up as the parents, as these kids grew up and got out of the area and started trying new shit, the neighborhood split up. So you don't even got that same sense of brotherhood you had with your friends and cousins and all of that you used to be outside with every day.
See, all that stress down damn near kids. You feel what I'm saying? You go outside, you play with your homeboys, cousins, shit like that. That was just a regular day. Nowadays, these kids just, everything is social media, everything is games.
That's what I'm about to say. So they find that what we got from actually going outside, knocking on the door, hey, can such and such come out and play? You know what I'm saying?
You don't got no experience from
they
outside.
Get that from their phone. Yeah. Like, that's their sense of that. So, like, when we get on punishment, you can't go outside. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That shit used to kill us. Like, what? Like, the fuck you mean? I can't go outside.
Never flip around and try to kill none of our people.
Right. We just like, all right, I got to chill out. Tell them boy, say I can go outside. You might throw a little tantrum, but when them boy hit you with that little 1-2, all that shit go out the window.
You keep backing up 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. So maybe that's just what it is, bro. Maybe these kids just need their ass beat.
In a sense. I wouldn't even go that far to really attention, bro. Attention. Everything goes back to attention. What you focusing your attention on. If your parent is more focused on getting likes and trying to show up other people as opposed to staying on top of the child and their homework and everything else, you wouldn't have these issues. I'm not gonna say you wouldn't have them, but you would definitely see a slight decline in them. Like I know how I was raised, and I knew it was certain shit I could do around.
A lot of shit we've been taught through fear
around my old lady.
Yeah.
So if he comes around, I straighten up. A lot of these kids don't got no type of person that makes them straighten up when they come around.
Straighten up, facts.
Assholes
to
everybody. You feel what I'm saying? So
that's what always stopped me from going over the line at school. Cause you know how my granddaddy been. Ain't been no telling, bro. You could have just turned around one day and bro just standing right there, like, bro, what?
I turned around, old man by the bathroom.
Like, bro, who even
tripping? Damn, bro, catch me.
Like who even made that call, bro? Like who told you to come here? Like I knew you've been being dumb.
Bro,
I just had to come see him for myself.
So that mean, I don't waste gas to get down here. I know I get my ass beat when I get home.
Right, I had to come see for myself.
Just the fact you don't take off for work. You feel me?
Right. But you hear that shit now when you go to the schools and you talk to the teachers, and like for me especially when I go to these teacher conferences and shit like that, and they're like, "Oh, you're here too." Like, "Oh, both of the parents, mom and dad are here." Like, "Yeah, mama, we come and see what's up."
For my little girl,
you know what I mean?
Your dad,
right. That shit crazy, man.
Like, I mean,
much
that's shocking though. I mean, not everybody is us though. I had to take into accountability for black men. I mean,
it's definitely a compound problem. Like, it's not one answer to that shit. Yeah. Like, it's a lot of shit that gotta just get put together so that these kids will start carrying themselves a certain way. Yeah. Some people just evil people.
Some people just evil people.
Like, you can't take that from nobody.
Honestly, I personally feel you can see that from a child. We got people we went to elementary school who we know without a shadow of a doubt by the time we would have gone.
Who is the little white dude that even a white dude that been in school with us, man's had a big head and shit. Like, bro, eyes that look dark, bro. I can't even.
Gabe?
Was it Gabe?
Gabe Fry?
No, that's a tall dude. Yeah. No. I talking about younger, man, like elementary or middle school, one of the two.
Even cloudy-eyed in?
Yeah, you know them boy ain't never come and stay long now. Them boy always come get a little 6 months, little year in, and be like, nah, that's it. Yeah, fuck it. Austin, he another one. They're coming in, we been in Schroeder. But yeah, man. Like I say, I really know this dude, so this conversation can go all over the place. But another thing I seen, man. So another thing I seen going on right now is a lot of our favorite artists that we grew up rocking to and fucking with is selling their catalogs.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
It's two ways to look at it.
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of after listening to a lot of these artists talk about it, so a lot of their masters get retained for around a 30-year period.
Right.
So if you think about it, a lot of the artists that have been popping in the 90s, the 30-year period is now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they're looking at it like, I couldn't make music. I couldn't make money off of this for the last 30 years. Yeah. Because they had a hold of this shit.
Yeah. A lot of them didn't own their music back then.
So now that I got this shit and they talk about giving me a 9-figure check for this motherfucker, boy, you can take that shit. I got nothing off of this.
Was it Justin Bieber just did that shit too?
Hey, Bieber just got 200 mil. And I see a lot of people talking like, oh, Bieber, one of the biggest artists since he been a kid. What y'all got to realize is a lot of these artists don't have anything to do with the music that they put out. Yeah. They just come, the song is written, the beat is made, the choreography set up for the video, everything. They just come and sing the song.
Just the voice.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So when it comes to him selling the catalog, he's selling the part that he owns of it. It's just like,
because I can imagine Bieber should probably up there in the billions.
So right.
Yeah, your actual part of that, just cash out on you right now.
Right.
And then just try to do some more other ventures.
So people look at it as a whole, like, oh, all of these songs that he has, he should be getting this much. And that go for more artists than, because Timbaland sold a lot of his shit. And but I think Drake considering selling his shit now. Like Zaytoven just sell his shit. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, at this point, a lot of them boy older now. I mean, we just hit 30. So a lot of our favorite artists is 5 to 10 years older than us, 15 years older than us. So at this point in time, either they either gonna keep making music or let me just get this little couple dollars so I can ensure that my people are straight. And it's not like I can't make any more music. You know what I'm saying? So let me just sell this right here. Let me make sure I get. And you know what the record company's gonna do with it.
Right.
They're gonna make probably about triple off of it, throw it on every streaming platform.
Because now they got the longevity.
Yeah.
Now they can hold the shit for 15 years and take all of that shit.
They're gonna try to hold it forever until they sell it to a bigger company.
It's gonna be in ads, Target commercials, motherfucker, and all of that shit. Yeah.
Dr. Dre just got Dr. Dre shit put back out too.
Well, Snoop had got
Snoop bought
Death Row back when he was over Def Jam or some shit like that. So they've been doing a bunch of that shit.
Up, so now he making
a toy company had owned them niggas' music.
What was the name of that shit? I remember they were saying.
Is it Hasbro?
Hasbro, that's what I think it was.
That had owned Death Row catalog, or like a lot of Death Row catalog. That shit. Imagine buying your kid like a Fisher Price toy or some shit.
We made some good music back then, but we ain't know shit about business.
Yeah, nah.
That was the shit. That's why a lot of these rappers now are winning. I mean,
right, and that's what people got to understand, that over time, motherfuckers just gonna learn more and more and more about this shit, and they just gonna apply what they learning. So of course, it's gonna look better down the line than what it was when it originated.
How I look at it, that time there when rap was first coming out, that was their time for them to make the money off of it. Now, y'all can go ahead and make your little couple of dollars.
Because it's like, look what they did with rock and roll. Yeah. Like, we created that, but in the time that we created that, we ain't had shit going for ourselves. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't had no choice but to, all right, it's yours. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Write me a song, nigga, what you want to sing about?
And that be mostly our problem, though. That be mostly our issues, though. The business aspect of shit. So, I mean,
and you got a couple motherfuckers that's still getting treated like that today. Yeah. You know, the label, goddamn. Which I don't really understand now in this like age of ingenuity.
Once your shit get modernized, you could just sit there off
you
YouTube
good.
and keep dropping videos and hit them type of numbers. You good.
Look at all this like Russ. Currency is my favorite example.
Oh yeah, I just want to listen to Currency.
Of what you can do with that shit. Even though bro bounced around, you know what I'm saying? He had a little stint with No Limit. He had a little stint with Cash Money. He'll fuck with Dame for an album. Yeah. But bro realized like after doing all of that shit,
what's the purpose?
I'd rather just drop this shit myself. I drop 10 projects a year.
You remember when everybody used to go to Culture Records? I trying to remember what year that's been when Culture get real big.
Bone went on them boy and everything.
Yeah, when them boy used to look at that shit like that shit been like a graveyard. Like, oh, y'all nigga ain't got no label behind y'all. Y'all fucking up,
Because they end up selling that shit.
That boy been getting 80% of their profits, 90% of their profits or something like that. So if you already left a major label with a following, like Cameron going over there.
Right.
So you had just went platinum with Def Jam. I think even Rockefeller or something like that. Now you done take all your fans. Your fans don't know that you done switch records.
Right.
They just looking at like, oh, he stole Cameron. You feel me? Dog going over there and gone platinum and made triple more over there than he made at Rockefeller.
Right. So like when you got it, you got it. Right.
That always been a move. Niggas
don't matter
just brag about that label. That's all they been.
Right.
That's it. Scene.
But these 9-figure checks niggas is getting. I mean, what can you really tell a motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, I sell everything for 9
right. Like, can you say you making a bad decision?
I mean,
really?
Especially the work a lot of them guys put in. I mean, some of them don't write, just like you say, like somebody like Justin Bieber, you don't write the music, you don't make the beat, you don't arrange nothing. You got a voice, you got a talent.
And a lot of them boys still creating.
Yeah.
Like
nothing to do with your current music.
I'm selling that.
Yeah,
I'm about to put out 2 albums next year. That's about to go motherfucking diamond.
And if they come to me with a 7-figure check, I'm gonna sell them too.
And I'm gonna keep getting them. Yeah, I'm gonna keep getting that shit.
That seemed like the easy flip though.
Like Weezy sell his shit now, and Brett to the point now where like we ain't even dropping no more. But niggas just constantly calling Brett for features. So Brett just like, you gonna pay me $250,000 for the 16? I'll give you that. I can do 3, 4, 5 of these a month. You know what I'm saying? Getting $250,000 at a time and just kick back, sell a catalog for 9 figures.
We don't even need no paper. We ain't just go there straight to mine. Just straight to mine and just drop some shit and you get $250,000.
Right. Yeah, that shit crazy, but I know. That's what's up for a lot of them dudes. But when you look at somebody like Zaytoven, who just sell his catalog too, and you look like, okay, a lot of your shit been underground. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So what exactly... I know Zaytoven got some big songs now. You know what I'm saying? Like he done did some shit for some motherfuckers. But the majority of bruh catalog, when you look at it overall, is underground.
Shit like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Who owned all of them shit
all like that Brick Squad underground shit. So how you plan? All right. So how the label plan on converting that into dollars? Like y'all gonna bring a lot of them old mixtapes and shit to streaming platforms?
Re-release them.
Right.
We release them on a lot of platforms because a lot of them ain't on there. Like a lot of stuff we'll look up that's from 2005 and 2006. Some of them on there, but not everything's on there.
But see, a reason a lot of that shit ain't on there is because a lot of the shit that we used to use in our music in the underground, like niggas been using these soul samples and shit. Niggas been chopping that shit up in the basement.
Yeah.
Like niggas ain't even been paying for that shit. You know what I'm saying? So now when it's time Now when everything switch over and you can give it to the world to sell, you got to go through the motions now. Like you can't just put that shit out there because the boy gonna be.
We just been talking about that shit the other day. Shit, what Puff got to pay Sting for like 2 bands a day or something for the "I'll Be Missing You" song.
Right, yeah.
Because Sting and I tell him, boy, I don't want y'all playing with my music. Don't bother my music. If you use my music, you ain't eating off it. And I think he got Puff and Juice WRLD like that.
And a lot of them artists back in the day, they get mad, like Shaka Khan with Kanye.
Right, I just saw that interview.
Because she didn't own the music. And got mad that Bruh could have still got all of his shit to use on this song.
She didn't like the sample. She was like, "Oh, why did he do that old speed up chipmunk shit? You can do whatever you want to because it's not yours.
Ain't yours. Like,
you
what I want to do with this,
baby girl, but it's not yours."
And it's a story that with Nas and Prince, where Nas had wanted to use a sample, use like a Prince sample, and Prince been like, "I'd like to give you the sample, but I have to ask you, do you own your music?" And Nas been like, no. So Prince feel like I can't give them to you. Just straight like that, you can't have them.
And see, Prince is gangster. A lot of people don't understand that shit.
Yeah, facts.
They play around with that man, all that tight clothes and all that bullshit. Prince is gangster. So if he tell you no, nigga, no.
Take that L.
Yeah, just move on about it, bro. I mean,
yeah, man. But we ain't a part of that era, but we just do our research to just know how motherfuckers been moving back. A lot of them boys be gangsters now. Like Sam Cooke, the boys and all the boys.
Bro, Daddy, how you could have walked around like that? Prince a hell of a dude, bro.
Curtis Mayfield, the boy.
Yeah, bro. Them boys rough niggas, bro.
Yeah, man. But fuck it, man. The reason we here today, Black excellence. You know, that's what I'm here for. That's what I do. That's what I'm about. Bigging up my people. Making sure that we all got a place to come and pop our shit and celebrate the wins and let people know what we got going on out here. You know what I'm saying? So you always, like I said, you always into something different, man. So just let the people know like what you got your hands in right now or what you got moving.
Right now, I really focusing on strictly Kreme core right now. Clothing line I putting together. Well, pretty much already done put together. Pretty much been doing it pretty much about the last year and a half in a sense, and he been doing it way better than what I thought, to be honest with you.
It didn't take long.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I had like a little 3-4 month hiatus where I just chilled out for a little second, had to get some stuff in order. Right. But after that, man, I've been
in motion.
Yeah, bro, past motion at times.
That's what you got on right now. Kreme.
Yeah,
facts. I got. Yeah, we here. You know, I gotta keep the 7K.
Long stuff coming too. I ain't trying to do them by the seasons. Just trying to knock some stuff out.
Yeah.
Got some stuff coming for the kids. A lot of stuff coming for the females.
Right.
Stuff coming for the men.
So what made you swerve into that lane, man? Like I know you've been doing a bunch of different shit just coming up out here. I come up with you since forever. You know what I'm saying? I can't even remember when we meet. That's how long we've been around each other. You know what I'm saying? So like, what make you swerve into that lane, man, to doing like clothing and apparel and shit?
To be honest with you, I just one day me and my nephew been having a conversation, and he was just honestly, he been trying to break down like the social media shit, how you can pretty much equate your status on social media and the money.
Right.
Pretty much like, hey, if you pretty much can get a couple hundred people to like a picture, that's a couple hundred people that could potentially be followers, could spend money with you, stuff like that.
Right. I base it off of 10% of your following.
Right.
So if you got 1,000 followers, you should be able to at least connect with 100 of these people.
With at least about 100 people. Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah.
So he pretty much just been throwing examples. He was like, man, Unc, you can do this and you can do that and you can do a clothing line and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So I was like, okay, cool. Pretty much just a thought that had just entered and just sat there. It wasn't nothing I was really about to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We were just having a conversation. And I went to my big homie over there at Uptown Fashion on Montague.
Right.
Over there, and me and him was talking. He was like, yeah, Ty, thinking about, you know what I'm saying, getting some stuff going for a print shop. And I was like, well, explain this to me, because that's my partner. So anything he do, I try to support him in everything. So I'm like, hey, what can we do? How can we, you know what I'm saying? And he was just like, man, we can do this, we can do that. Like, I can print T-shirts, you can start a clothing line.
Right.
So the fact that I had heard that from 2 totally different sources in less than 2-3 days, I was just like, let me try it. Let me see what's going on.
Let me go for him.
Yeah, let me go for him, because I mean.
So what you start with? Like, what was the first piece of apparel you like? Let me put out there, see if
I tried a black shirt. I hit my graphic designer, and she pretty much made the first like ice cream cone for Kreme.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah,
she made like, I think it was a red and green one, if I'm not mistaken. And we put that on a shirt. I went around the neighborhood. I think I made like 10 or 20 shirts, gave it to everybody.
Right.
I started wearing it, putting it on Facebook. And I wasn't selling them. And that's when people started hitting me like, hey, I needed some red. Hey, I needed some yellow. Hey, you can't change just the brown. Or
right.
They blind. It's been hell ever since, to be honest.
So that's a part of the shit that I don't want to gloss over when it comes to marketing something or getting something that you're trying to get people to tap into. Yeah. You say the first shirts that you got, you didn't charge people for.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because the way to market it out there is for it to be seen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, right.
I mean, I try to explain this to a lot of people. Some get it, some don't. Like, I don't want to say you're going to waste money starting a business, right. But you got to have something to the side to the point where you're just going to be like, hey, this is strictly for me trying to get this out here. Like, right. If I got to make 1,000 shirts and just give those 1,000 shirts out to the point it's 1,000 people walking around Charleston with the shirts on.
Exactly.
That's what we got to do.
As long as people asking questions.
As long as people asking questions.
See, and that's like today's era. It's like, okay, so 40 years ago, your mouthpiece could get you somewhere. Yeah. 30 years ago, your mouthpiece could get you somewhere because audio was the main source of information traveling besides paper. You know what I'm saying? And even paper was just audio interviews translated. You know what I'm saying? So you could talk your way into a bunch of shit. Nowadays, in this world, I got to see it.
Yeah.
I got to see what you're talking about for me to really invest in this. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, shit changes on a daily. Like somebody can like your shit today. Somebody else's clothing line can come out tomorrow. Right. Somebody else's clothing line can come out tomorrow. So you gotta keep yourself innovative. You gotta keep doing different things, trying different things, hitting different markets. Like I done did that a couple times. Valentine's Day, I printed up like 100 shirts, like 3 different colors, and gave them to the females. Stuff like that. Like I'm gonna start doing more stuff like that for the holidays and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep the brand going.
Females and the kids.
Bro,
that's what bring the motherfuckers in.
Bro,
females and the kids.
Bro, bro. I was about to say, I gotta say niggas. I don't want to say niggas. I want to say men, but niggas. That's the niggas, bro. I love the females and the kids, but the niggas, bro. Bruh.
Females be about their business, bro. Like just a little sidebar, right quick.
Send the money before the clothes even done.
Right.
They send the money when I put the markup up. Like, hey, these coming, y'all. Do y'all like these? Ty, how much you want for that? Hey, I'm thinking $100. They'll send $120. Just let me know when it's done.
And if you even like, okay, I'll use this platform for example. You look at if you just look at the approach of how people come to you. Like men come to you ego first.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, bro? I think you should fuck with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all of this other shit. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm inviting to the conversation.
I need to spend money with them. I was like, how you mean I need to spend money with you? He was like, man, I need you. You pretty much need me in your clothes. And then that. I understand it, but it's just like.
The approach could be different.
different.
So with females, even the way they approach it, like they approach it business minded. You know what I'm saying? Like,
way more business minded than most of the average men that I know. Like, especially if it's not nothing about anything but business, they're gonna hey, I'm gonna show. That's how a lot of men used to be. Niggas used to use their money as an ego thing. Like, you're not gonna call me broke. You can't this, that, and the third. Remember when niggas used to whoop out money and this, that, and the third? Right. Them females just show and prove. Right. Just show and prove. Hey, what's your cash?
I saw a statistic the other day with home ownership.
Right.
Like back in the day, independence meant a different thing when it came to these females. It's like I can buy my own drinks in the club.
Yeah, right.
That's what independence meant at one point. Nowadays, independence mean to them females like, nah, nigga, I got a crib.
Yeah.
I got a G-Wagon.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, what you gonna do to fuck with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, like where? But in the aspect of business, like, how do you, like, do you got females like in position with your business?
To be honest with you, a lot of the stuff I did for the females that's coming out, I got cousins, I got different female homegirls that I'll reach out and be like, hey, what do you think I should make for this, that, and the third? Because if you just try to do it on your own, it might come out good, it might not come out good. So I always reach out to try to figure out what everybody's wearing at the time, in a sense, because I try to be different. You know what I'm saying? But when you start a business, you got to be able to tap into your market. Even if you might not like something, you got to tap into that market because they might like it. Like, it's all about pleasing the customers. So.
Facts. Yeah, man. So I even like look at people like Jalen Hurts, NFL quarterback. He going to the Super Bowl right now. His whole team is women. You know what I'm saying? So that shit crazy. And I've been hearing that a lot throughout the industry. A lot of these dudes, like, they got women in police to handle that shit. They just, I don't know, I guess organization and all of that shit just come natural to them. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
At one point in time, we made the money. They kept everything organized. You feel what I'm saying? We put in most of the footwork. They just kept the household straight. They kept all the actual paperwork straight, kept the kids straight. So I think it's a natural thing for them at this point. So
when did you decide that it was time to get into like other articles of clothing, like outside of just the t-shirts? I'm gonna do the hats. I'm gonna do the sweats and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, what made you?
That's just honestly, Bob. That's just me. That's just when I do something, I just want to do everything I would feel like I done completed it. So I'm gonna have boxers, jeans, pretty much everything.
The whole nine.
Everything.
Calvin Klein out this bit.
Yeah. So I mean, I just take my time. I got like 315 logos right now. So,
bro, that's what I wanted to ask you about too, bro. Like,
yeah, them logos be going crazy.
All of these fucking logos, bro. Like, what's the inspiration behind? Like, do you have any specific inspiration behind the logos, or you just be like, get creative? Like,
no, that's the shit. I'll take credit for maybe about a third of them. I got to give everything to Kayla. You remember Lil Kayla, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chapman, I think.
Right.
Is that on her Instagram? I got to find her Instagram, man.
KC843?
KC843.
Yeah.
Like that. But her. That's about her, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I'll give her certain little inspirations of how we want certain stuff. And the rest of the time, she's, hey, cuz, I got this for you. And she'll send 10 of them.
Going in.
And we might alter a certain little couple things, and then we start making
start going.
Yeah, start going.
Yeah, facts, man. So that's what's up, look. So at first, was it hard to keep up with the amount of orders and shit you were getting? Because I seen it. I seen it when it first dropped. Like, motherfuckers been tapping in. You know what I'm saying?
It was so hard to the point I had to stop doing the customs for a second.
Right.
Because a lot of orders been coming in. You know what I'm saying? And so pretty much a lot of the professional clothes, like the stuff I get done, the stuff I get sent over and stuff like that, I be trying to make people wait for them because those be really like the raw stuff I be trying to push. But I got so much logos and so much different colorways to... It didn't have no choice but to get kind of, you know what I'm saying, rushed in a sense. So
I mean, crazy,
yeah.
Orders, but that's what's up. That's not a bad problem to have.
See, yeah, that's what a lot of people say. It's like, Ty, that's a good problem to have. Right. Yeah, in a sense it is.
Yeah, now when it comes to business, that's where the ingenuity come in at. Yeah. Now it's like, okay, I don't want to lose these customers, so let me find a way to make all this shit run smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, every week I've been coming out with damn near 3 to 5 different logos or something like that, or something just to keep it going, or we'll try something at the shop, or I mean, it's just fun, to be honest with you. I don't really look at it like a job. It's really just fun.
So I see you got the apparel in a couple like clothing stores and shit.
Yeah.
So how was that process getting it in there? Like,
that's going pretty good, to be honest with you, because I mean, I didn't figure I was really keeping the clothes to me because I was like pretty much selling to the people that I knew. Right. And then I got the
direct to consumer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I got the website set up, so all those was doing pretty good, and a couple people were like, Ty, just put them in stores. And I was like, you think that? It was like, yeah, just put them in stores. Like, everybody else who don't know you or haven't seen the brand yet, they'll see them from the stores. So that's been going pretty good. I got it in Urban Gear right now. I had it in my partner store, but it sold out, and I didn't really have a chance to take them back.
Right, so, restock and shit.
Yeah, so once this new load of spring stuff get here, I'm everywhere.
Putting that bitch out there.
Everywhere I can go.
Facts.
Everywhere who will take it, everywhere.
So that's what's up, man. So getting them out there. So I know it's a lot of different designers and shit in Charleston. You ever thought about linking with some of them designers, doing some collabs? Motherfucking, you got Moye, you got C doing this thing out there. You got a bunch of people. So you ever, like, that's a conversation that's being had. Like, do you have conversations with other people that's doing apparel and shit, like in the area?
Yeah, in a sense, a couple people done helped me. You know, Moye definitely done help me. I gotta shout out Moye on that. You know
Brad Motion.
Even just for inspiration, anything, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm definitely down. I'm more of a creative type of person.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So if they line creative and we can try to make something mesh together, then I'm down.
Because that's some shit I want to see, man. Like, I want to see, like, the local creators, like, collab and get some more shit going. Because that's just another way to just...
That's another way to make
get it to more people. That's why I always say,
I mean, it might not be like... Even how people look at our music scene, it might not be a rapper necessarily that put the actual city in the spotlight. We just need something to put the city in the spotlight.
Because all of that shit go hand in hand, bro. Like, the name of the game today is influence.
Yeah.
So apparel, music, all of that shit, you just connect all of that shit to have a greater influence.
Yeah. Everything just we need to be pushing our people. That's the number one thing I personally feel like we need to do, especially in Charleston. We can do it in South Carolina specifically, but I'm feeling like we got so much people just in Charleston. We have everything in Charleston. Like, We got clothing lines coming out of Charleston.
Right.
Rappers, singers, designers.
That's getting to the people, bro. Like I done seen the fucking Geechee apparel on fucking major artists and actors and shit. I done seen the conscious apparel on major artists,
major
and
people,
actors,
bro. Like,
and all of this other shit. You know what I'm saying?
So it's not like it's not like
we capable.
We can, yeah. I can't even see we already doing that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But it's really just for them to understand where it's actually coming from, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because we can blend in with the best of them.
Right.
Just, they got to understand this is where everything is coming from. So.
Right. Can't forget that starting place.
Yeah,
motherfucking Charleston. So what you working on next, man? Like what you cooking up? How you about to expand the Kreme Co empire?
That's a good question, man. To be honest with you, I do a lot of mock-ups. Even if I don't really send the clothes to get made, you know what I'm saying? I do a lot of mock-ups. I got probably over like 150 mock-ups in my phone.
Right.
Kids' clothes, female clothes, like. But I'm trying to really get Kreme on everything, bro. That's really just my whole thing. If the people I'm dealing with can put it on there, we gonna put it on there.
Right.
So that's really where my mind at with it. I'm not trying to stop with it.
Right.
See what I'm saying? If I put a cap
on, bro. Like you got the people, like them boy tapped in. You know
I just don't want to put a cap on it because if I be like, hey, I'm just gonna do this or just do that or this is my whole no.
Facts. Yeah, I don't think it matter which way you drive the car right now. But they coming behind
you. In the car, bro.
They coming behind you.
Car,
you know so that shit hard, man. Kreme Co. If you in Charleston, if you in Carolina, fuck them wherever you at. You know what I'm saying? Kreme Co. It's just the day of the internet, bro. You can tap in with people wherever they at. Yeah. I'm telling you, bro. Like it ain't. Whatever you looking for, you gonna be able to find and what bro got going on right now.
Especially with the new stuff. Especially
with with the Kreme Co. show.
Trying to get all type of stuff coming.
So tap in, like tell the people how they can get with you, social media, just however they can contact you, or just find the apparel. Or, you know what I'm saying?
You can hit me directly. I'm on Facebook, Omar Shino on Facebook. I got the website www.kremeclothing.com. You can hit me on Instagram. The Instagram is kreme.co843. Just hit me. I got you.
Right. So you do like custom shit and all that shit too?
Yeah, I'll still do the custom shit at certain expense. See, the thing is when I start doing the custom shit, I'll put it up like on Snap or like on my story.
And then more people want the shit.
And that's it, bro.
Now you ain't custom no more.
No, in a sense, see, that's the thing. A lot of the logos, like the reason I did that is really just to push the brand. You see what I'm saying? So now when I get to the point, like certain logos I want to say it specifically for certain seasons, certain types of clothes, and everybody's like, Ty, I want that. Ty, I want that.
Because that's how Jordan extending the shit. You know what he said? He like, man will put out a shoe in green and white, and somebody will say, man, I wish he had that in purple, or man, I wish he had that in blue. Just wait.
You realize the demand, so we get to the point where it's just like, but
like, just wait.
Some demands, they so hard to meet, to the point it's just like, gotta say, because that's how I ended up with over 300 designs. So have you had any problem with people trying to steal your design? No. Because it's so easy to do now. I know girls making Nike sweatsuits out the crib. No, I ain't. You know what I say? The boy making the Nike sweatsuits in the dining room, goddamn. Like, that rice cooking? I bet. Let me put a couple of these sweatsuits together right quick. $80, $90 sweatsuit. You know? No, not that I've seen, and I got a lot of them. So not that I say not locally, I haven't, you know what I'm saying, seen nobody do nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? But personally, I feel like all of us need to draw inspiration from all of us in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, Charleston got his own little style and flavor, so we just stick to what we doing, and I think eventually it'll blow. So tap in with the Kreme code, man, wherever you at, KREME code. You know what I'm saying? With Man in Motion. He already told you how to get with him. See what's going on. But before we get out of here, the last thing I do is homegrown. Where you just shout out somebody, where you from, a partner of yours. You don't even got to be somebody you know, but just somebody from where you at that you see making moves in this business world, making motion and getting shit going. Pretty much everybody around me. Shout out Big Bro, Uptown Fashion, where we do all the customs at. Right there Uptown Fashion. Yeah. Thanks. Shout out my boy Rico. My boy got his landscaping business and everything going. All right. Shout out Cash and Win. Cash and Win. I gotta get with this bag. Yeah, man. I try if I gotta bring them up here personally, bro. But definitely shout out to them, bro. Word. The emotion. Them boys.
That's why I need to get with them, boy, because they emotional.
I've been listening to some shit this morning, bro. It don't even be about the shit y'all be hearing. It be about the shit y'all don't hear.
That's how it always is.
Them boys is, bro.
It's the shit that you don't hear to let you know exactly how talented they are.
Exactly, bro. And
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, them boys is. They on another level, man.
Yeah, facts.
I put them above a lot of people in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you. And not because they make people just because of talent.
They
go. You know
go.
what I'm saying? Real shit, man.
Yeah,
just
facts.
shout out to everybody who connected to me doing something. I mean, everybody who know me know I like ambitious people. So most of the people I be around, that's why I can't really just sit here and single certain people out. Like, I mean, most of the people I'm around, they got shit going on. So I mean, shout out to all of them. Keep your shit going.
The person I'm gonna shout out ain't somebody that's around me in particular. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Charleston. I in tune with the area. And one of the people I seen making moves is C. Like, C on some different shit. Like, bro, I always had, like, if you really paid attention to how bro moved, he always had a different vision with how he approached the shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But with the Money to Motive Empire, MTM, bro, that's his brand.
How crazy that shit is, look.
What that?
We literally just been bumping, bro, when we been coming up here. I forgot how much albums bro really had. Like,
yeah, bro, doing the music and shit.
Dog is top 3, one of the most ambitious people I've
ever. Bro, humble. You don't hear, bro. You don't hear. You're not gonna. He's not one of the people you're gonna hear before you see him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You gonna see something he got going on, and that's what's gonna make you ask questions about how, bro.
Stop in one lane.
Right.
That's one thing I like about him, bro. Don't stop in one lane, bro. Does everything. You feel me?
Right. So just in the spirit of the apparel and everything y'all doing in that world, man. Shout out to C with the Money, the Motive, MTM. We got going that shit doing numbers too, man. It's good to see y'all, boy.
Again, bro.
And Moye. He another one, man. And my boy Dorsey Apparel. He usually here. He who do my shirts and shit. I don't sell my shit. I just be getting just little one-on-ones made for the episodes and shit.
I saw a little dude on a YouTube video who had 7K on the back of a hoodie. It wasn't the same font shit like that, but it said 7K on the back of the hoodie, bro. So
yeah, I gotta go ahead and hit bro about that trademark.
You need to go ahead and do that.
Let me get me.
Yeah,
bro, owe me.
I think dog been in Milwaukee or something.
Oh yeah, he owe me. He don't even know it yet. He gonna know when he get that knock on the door. You've been served. I'm like, yeah, I ain't talking about a Mariano boy either. You've been served. Just show up.
Just let me get me in it.
Right, but. Like I said, man, tap in with Bri, making some real moves out here. Cream coat away, green room, the motion. You know what I'm saying? So, let's go. Green room.